In fact, you want to use sensors to look up. And my whole point is that the intelligent thing to do is actually be curious and humble. And we find it really hard. We keep insisting that we are at the center of the universe. If, before Nicolaus Copernicus that you mentioned, it was thought that we are at the center. And the church promoted that idea because people feel better if they are at the center of attention. And so then Nicolaus Copernicus was a priest, by the way. I learned it when I went to Poland. He was a priest. He didn't want to rock the boat. And he wanted to help the church. So he realized the church is unable to figure out exactly when Easter is. They have a model where the earth is at the center and everything moves around the earth, and they get Easter wrong by a few days. So he said, well, let's think about it. If we look at all the data and we put the sun in the middle, it actually works quite well. We can figure out when Easter is quite accurately. So he gave the church this model where the sun was in the middle of the solar system, and they said, great, we will use your model, but we will ban your book. The book was forbidden until the 19th century because they said the earth is still, they didn't want to change the public perception. And so they said, in reality, the earth is at the center, but this is a theoretical model that we will use to figure out Easter. And the lesson from this is that, sometimes it's important to rock the boat if the boat is going in the wrong direction. And our boat right now, if you look at politics, at everything, it's not going in the right direction. And I'm trying to rock it. My hope is, if we find evidence for a neighbor, it will change everything, because first we would realize there is someone more accomplished than we are out there. And perhaps, just like finding a smarter student in your class, you can learn from it, And second, it will inspire us to do better, to go to space, to preserve ourselves. We live for less than 120 years, which is 1 part in 100 million of the age of the universe. We live for such a short time, and yet we engage in wars and conflicts that shorten this time that we are on this earth even more. Does that sound intelligent to you?
No.
So my hope is, there are religions talking about Messiah coming to earth, bringing peace and understanding. My hope is that the Messiah will not necessarily come from this earth, that it would come from another star and would give us a better perspective about how to handle ourselves as the human species, to do better, basically. And, maybe I can help bring the message to us. That's really my hope. So these are examples for questions that you asked me, what are some of the existential questions? These two are another thing I wanted to mention is that in 1882, Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher, declared God is dead. Okay?